We see people being bullied by the state, by different apparatuses, by different arrangements of power. It goes back to what my mama would tell me. Don't let nobody bully anybody else and turn the other cheek.
For me, it was always a sense of that, a passion for justice that comes out of my faith as a Christian.
Trayvon Martin was killed my senior year of college, and that's kind of when I started doing work around like racial justice.
I've seen myself as a citizen working in solidarity against struggle and oppression against all people.
All of these movements are fighting against a system that is about who counts and who doesn't, who is worth seeing and who is made invisible. I'm concerned about women's rights, women's equality.
A fight for 15, for decent wages, livable wages.
A more just immigration and refugee resettlement policy.
Policing and mass incarceration go hand in hand.
The state sanctions modern day slavery through imprisonment.
I actually learned about Palestine initially when I was in Ferguson.
Most of the major police departments in the United States actually go to Israel to train.
The issue of Palestine is one that can really connect to the discrimination that people are facing in the United States. Like, you have checkpoints, and based on identity, that sounds like Jim Crow to me.
Without the US government funding what's happening there, it wouldn't be able to happen. There would be no Israeli occupation. There would be no Palestinian oppression.
People are really beginning to see how these struggles overlap.
Injustices are interconnected, and so we have to be thinking about them as a whole together, and how do we get free?
Some of us can't get free without the rest of us getting free. So LGBTQ folk can't get free if Black folk don't get free.
Election years are when there's an openness to talk about issues.
Whoever's in office needs to be held accountable.
And that they are answering to the issues that we are raising.
I think the main thing is just to uphold human rights. I mean, uphold international law.
Change for all of these movements, change for Palestine, only can come from grassroots movements.
And not depending on politicians, but depending on each other.
Work together for equality, work together for justice.
What I like to think of as a politics of erosion, mobilizing people to be like the drops in a river that slowly but surely wear out injustice.
There's BDS, there's Black Lives Matter. There are movements who are actually transforming and in certain ways transcending electoral politics as we know it. They're saying that politics isn't just the stuff of elections. It's also the stuff of people coming together like young people did in Ferguson, like young people are doing in Palestine, and saying this is what democracy looks like.
And so we need to make a choice. Do we just remain spectators, or do we also join the struggle?